haven't been following my Spanish language learning journey, I started learning Spanish in March 2020. I bought this book in Spanish in June 2020, and here it is, March 2022. There are a ton of different ways to learn a new language, and reading is one of them, which is an excellent strategy for book lovers such as yours truly. I thought it would be a great idea to have my first chapter book in Spanish would be my favorite book in English, The Alchemist. When I first got the book about a year and a half ago, I was pretty intimidated because most of the book is written in imperfect subjunctive tense, which is a tense that I wasn't really familiar with. At the time, I was really just familiar with two tenses, and they were both present tense, present progressive and present indicative. So I could say leo un libro or estoy leyendo un libro. Both are something that I'm doing right now. So even now that I'm more comfortable using future and past tense verbs, imperfect subjunctive is just like really difficult for me to absorb and grasp. This definition that I found of imperfect subjunctive says that it can be used to talk about past occurrences, current opinions of past events, doubts and wishes, as well as in if clauses and polite requests. Like, I don't even know what this is in English.
It's been confusion from the word go.
I'm at the point still where I'm literally translating Spanish to English a lot of the time, and I can't put my finger on what this would be in English. I think that's part of the problem, that I'm directly translating it. But even with my doubts about the tenses and the many words that I didn't know and some of the phrases that were kind of unfamiliar, sounded kind of weird in my head, I kept going. I just continued to circle what I didn't know and continue reading. At the beginning, it looked like 90% of the pages were circles, and I was embarrassed because of all that I didn't know. But then I started thinking, who is gonna look at this? No one. Am I being graded? No. It's good to know what you don't know so you can work on learning that thing. But if you don't know what you don't know, then how can you work on learning anything? As far as the tenses were concerned, when I circled them, I kind of just needed to know what verb was being used. And for like the first half of the book, every time I circled a word that I didn't recognize, I would look it up in a word reference, write the definition in the margins, and continue reading. For all of the phrases I didn't recognize, I wrote them down and I took them to my tutor Alfonso so that we could talk a little bit about it. And usually the answer was, it sounds more poetic that way. For some of the words that I didn't know, in addition to writing the definition in the margin, I also added them as a card in Anki. Anki is essentially a flashcard review app, and I made a video a couple weeks ago about it, and I'll put that up here somewhere. As far as the imperfect subjunctive tense that the book is written in, I'm still not that quite comfortable with it. However, I do think that Duolingo has helped me become more comfortable with some of the other tenses, and hopefully that will include the imperfect subjunctive tense as well. I'll be reviewing Duolingo as a whole in a couple months once I finish the Spanish language learning track. Because of how long this book took me to read, and because of all of the circles that I made and all of the notes that I made in the margins and all of the words that I looked up, maybe because of all of this, I feel a little bit more comfortable with unknowns. At least in reading. Even reading in English, I come across a word I don't know still. What's a few more in Spanish? So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to smash the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Imperfect subjunctive The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. You try saying his last name. What's on your nose, Leo?